Do you guys like pizza? I know I do. I love pizza. I'm Italian. I'm disappointed that since I moved out here to the West Coast, there is not a real authentic East Coast Italian style pizza out here. Would you like to have a pizza party with me? Mamma mia, make it a pizza pie. Pizza pie, Felipe, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens, mozzarella, and delicious. Taking the dollars, roll it out, toss in the air. Pizza pie, make it a pizza pie. Pizza pie, Felipe, pizza pie. Pizza pie, delicious pizza pie. Pizza pie, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens. Salvano cheese, Salvano greasy shit, crazy meat, weird sauce. The sauce has these big chunks of tomato that are very well seasoned that are really good. Turn on the ovens and burn all the pizzas. Mamma mia, make it a pizza pie. Pizza pie, Felipe, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens, mozzarella, and delicious. Take it dollars, roll it out, toss in the air. Pizza pie, make it a pizza pie. Greasy shit, pizza pie. Felipe, pizza pie. Weird sauce, pizza pie. Delicious pizza pie. Pizza pie, pizza pie. Mamma mia, make it a pizza pie. Pizza pie, Felipe, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens, mozzarella, and delicious. Take it dollars, roll it out, toss in the air. Pizza pie, make it a pizza pie. Greasy shit, pizza pie. Felipe, pizza pie. Cheese, pizza pie. Delicious pizza pie. Weird sauce, pizza pie. Crazy meat, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens. Now on to the more exotic seasonings. These seasonings are catered more towards Italians. If you're not Italian, you don't like these kind of seasonings, you don't have to use them. But I'm Italian and I love it.
Shot my dog, I can't stand.
Future Marks generated this shit.
Yeah, shot my dog, I can't stop. Yeah, shot my dog until she drops. 2,000 volts straight in her top. Cause my dog can't stay in her spot. Yeah, got this remote on me like in my Glock. If Kaya try to move, she out of love. She better know I don't give a fuck.
Of course, there's always something going on. What the heck? There's a baby.
Crazy, making me look bad on the street. Call for help, cause you already know where my stream is. I do some shit that would get me banned. Don't you know how much money I spent? That dog costs more than your mama rent.
Hey, there he is.
I got
the most expensive breed. Hey,
you know
that's the way I need.
That
Stupid
stupid
dog is so spoiled.
Yeah, one more time, she
I be getting broiled.
moving with my
Just
dog.
try to kinda.
I'll eat
Girl,
a
up the body, Kaya. Hey, what's good, chat? What's good? Hey, what's good? What's good? How we doing today? How we doing today? You know, a little tired, but we all chill. We all here. We here. Anyway, today I think we're gonna do some reacts. I'm gonna react from Legendary Drop. He dropped a video about Crimson Desert. Now, I've been playing Crimson Desert recently, and I believe it is a very good game. Very, very good game. But it is very divisive. So we're going to react to that today. We'll probably play some Arc Raiders because I want to try to get some stuff, get all good stuff for when I start playing with Jenny again. Jayhawk, Jenny, Valheim Girl, Turtle. I want to get all them guys set up and stuff like that. So we just gonna get into it. All right, let's get it. All right. What the heck? It just makes everything. It just messed up everything. All right. So this is Legendary Drops, very big YouTube channel. He's a very good YouTuber. I plan on trying to get more content out like him. I definitely want to talk about the gaming industry like him and Alex. Are both very big inspirations to me. So let's get into it and see what he says.
Honestly, I'm getting to feel like it's become tradition at this point that at least once a year we get one of those games that for whatever reason the games industry just does not want to see win. These guys will pretend like they want games to succeed, but the second that game falls out of alignment with them, the daggers come out. And year over
Bro, on God, low key for real, because I remember when they was talking shit about Black Myth, bro. Black Myth was like that game, but everybody, all these journals was like, oh yeah, it was sexist, it was this, it was that. But the game, I had nothing to do with the game. It had nothing to do with the game. The game was great, like right off the bat, bro.
over a year, that's become increasingly more obvious when it comes to Eastern games. This year, so far, that game is Crimson Desert. This game has gotten a level of hate that went far beyond criticism, to the point that it didn't even make any sense. Yes, the game launched with some issues, but many of those issues have already been fixed. And
yeah, it did, bro. The controls were fucking terrible. I had to end up like playing with my mouse and keyboard. Normally, I like try to play in those games like with a controller, but it just was not intuitive at all. I sat there, it was like, this is ridiculous. So I decided, I was like, mouse and keyboard, much better. I highly suggest playing with mouse and keyboard.
even still, when the game launched, the way they talked about this game just really didn't match up with reality. And now this has gotten so excessive that now you have Korean media that's stepping forward saying that they feel like this is blatant and targeted disrespect.
Oh God, it probably really is.
Because they got a lot to say and none of it's good. You had writers and developers that were painting this game like it was some disaster, some absolute catastrophe, a ripoff, some game that's just a bunch of different parts from a bunch of other games and they just threw it all together. Something these guys...
Bro, James journalists are fucking joke nowadays, bro. Like, because... I mean, if you sit there and look at them, like I'm sorry, they don't play no good games. They give freaking Concord 8, but then gave this game a 6, bro. On God, bro. Y'all have no right to talk about it. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie, I do not endorse any game journals or nothing like that. I'd say if you really want an honest opinion, go to some of these go to like your favorite trusted YouTubers that you watch for years and all that stuff and see what they say about this game, because the games journalists, they will not tell you nothing. They will sit there and lie to you, sit there and tell you, oh, this game was great, when the game was straight cheeks, bro. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. The game is gonna be cheeks.
Should probably just be embarrassed of more than anything else. And the more that I looked at this game, the more that I looked at how players are playing it, the more I looked at how people were finding things that they love about it, the more it felt like everybody was just talking about a completely different game. And some people believe that's on purpose. So today, I want to set the record straight. I want to talk about why this game has continued to find success. I want to talk about why there is all of this hostility towards this game, and also why it seems like everybody is terrified of the East. Who would have known? Giving the players what they want just paints a target on your back.
I mean, I'm sorry. These Eastern developers are actually listening to us players. Like, they actually sit there and listen to this feedback. I'm sorry, Western developers they don't listen. They think that they know better than everybody because they're the games journalists. So they're not the games journalists. They're the game creator and all that stuff. Bruh. There's a reason why these Eastern games are constantly getting highly rated. Why you see them getting 8s, 9s, 10s from player reviews, not journal reviews. Journal reviews seem to always give the Western developers the 8s, 9s, and 10s, but you know, the players' reviews are always in the low 3, 4, 5s. Explain to me how that works out. How you can say that Concord was an 8, but you can say Black Myth Wukong was a 6. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I mean, literally, you have to be brain dead to not see the difference.
before that, don't worry, not a long ad. Just giving a shout out to Starforge Systems. If you guys are
Shout
looking for a
out.
new PC and trying to find
Low
something
key
at a
is Starforge,
reasonable
you know what I'm
price,
saying? If
also
your
some of
man
the
gets
best
there,
builds you can find on the
come on,
market,
slide
check
through.
out Starforge PC down in the link below. Thank you guys for sponsoring today's video. Man, Crimson Desert has been on an absolute tear. This game has been ripping updates at a ridiculous pace since launch, fixing most of, if not all of the major complaints that players have had, while also layering in more improvements and content and whatever else they can fit in. It's climbed up to an 8.8 user score on Metacritic. It hit very positive on Steam. It broke its own concurrent player record in week
And that's, oh shit, my bad.
2, which almost never happens unless it gets
That's crazy to think that it breaks its own concurrent player base. Like, you understand, that's unprecedented the way that speaks. Most of the time, once you get your max player base is right in the first week. You never get it that second week. So that tells you how good the game actually is. Everybody was wanting that, that right then and there, they want that satisfactory. They wanted to play Skyrim. It's not Skyrim, but it's like Skyrim. I know that sounds weird and all that stuff, but it's like it. And I'm telling you, if you actually really can push past all this other bullshit, I promise you'll be able to really actually get ahead and actually like it.
Game is absolutely catching fire like this one is, because now it's already sold over 4 million copies in just 12 days. Players have been celebrating, but the industry has been doing everything they can to act like none of this means anything at all. Now, just before making this video, I ended up watching SkillUp's review of Crimson Desert, and in it, he said that he thinks this is the closest thing that we've had to Skyrim since Skyrim. And not only do I think that that is completely true, but also I think it's the biggest reason this game has become so divisive amongst basically everybody at this point. Skyrim is the 7th best-selling game of all time. It has sold over 60 million copies across all editions.
That's
For some
wild.
players, that game
And you gotta
was
think,
their
Skyrim's been
childhood. People still
12
play it to
years,
this day. It
cuz.
has a massive modding community.
Actually, I think it's more than that. I think it's like
played the game
almost
at least
15.
5 or more times all the way through. And, well, for
Bro, I remember playing Skyrim. The first time I ever played Skyrim, I was like, what the hell is this game? And it was so different from what I normally play, because I was really primarily playing like Call of Duty, or like I was playing like fighting games like Def Jam Fight for New York, all that good stuff. NBA Street, I was playing that as well. But the first time I played Skyrim, I remember my buddy had got it, and he had got the Dawnbringer DLC as well. So I was venturing out, and I literally ventured out so far to where I ended up going into the actual DLC. Spoiler alert, by the way, spoiler alert. I went into the DLC act, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I found a boss. I was like, I found a dragon. And I was like, oh, let me kill the dragon. I start trying to kill the dragon, and the dragon gets killed by one of the guys, one of the main guy of the Dawnbringer, the end guy. And I was like, well, okay, that's weird. So I was like, oh, whatever, about my business. So then I found another dragon, and I start to kill it. I'm about to kill it, and he comes in and starts killing it. I found out that I went too far and literally triggered him. So every time I go and kill a dragon, he takes my dragon power. Oh, bro, I was so mad. But that was what it was like back in the day. It was like a true game. It's like, oh, bro, you could go and back and do something like that. It's like, well, now what am I supposed to do? He's out here killing all my dragons and stuff. What am I supposed to do then? So I decided I'm going to restart the save, because I was like, oh, well, I'm only, about 5 hours in. I'm okay with restarting 5 hours in, because I need my dragon powers. But that's just what I'm saying. Like, back in the day, it let you do mistakes like that. But it was greatness, because like you really got to sit there and learn to explore the world. Like, that's my thing, is there's no game nowadays really lets you explore that world anymore. I mean, not ever since probably Skyrim, actually. I don't remember the last time I really got into a world and let me explore the world.
Game to be that successful, that relevant, that beloved, you would think that it has to be one of the best games ever made. Well, that kind of depends on what you mean by best. Because Skyrim's success was never really about writing. It wasn't its combat or its systems or honestly even its characters. It was just about the world and what players were allowed to do inside it. Skyrim launched messy as hell. It was unbalanced, full of bugs, constantly crashing, and a lot of times it was just borderline unplayable because your saves could break or quest progression could literally just brick mid-playthrough. The main story was mediocre at best, and even if there were some side quests like the Dark Brotherhood and a couple of other ones, there were some really good moments on that, but outside of that, on average,
I forgot they did add fishing into the game.
Is all hell. What made that game special was a sense of adventure and authorship. It dropped players into a sandbox where it felt like anything could happen. You could just point yourself in a direction, start walking. And
I remember being the vampire. That was cool. I remember that.
Felt like it had that possibility to turn into something that was just completely unexpected. And more times than not, that's exactly what it did. I spent hours inside of Oblivion and then later Skyrim because of that. I'd pick up a quest in a town. I would notice something strange off in the distance. I'd start walking. I'd find a dungeon. I'd fight a dragon. I'd get attacked by an assassin, bit by a vampire, or I'd stumble into a completely different quest line that I had no intention of starting. Some of that was authored by the game. Some of that was authored by me. But together, that would just create this constant feeling of freedom and chaos and discovery that made that game almost impossible to put down, no matter how broken it was or how mediocre some of the parts of the game was. And what I just described is basically Crimson Desert.
It really is. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I remember the first time I played. I remember when I first started playing Crimson Desert. I literally saw one of the bounties. I was like, oh well, let me check out this bounty, and it's 300 meters away. So I'm like, all right, let me go check this bounty. In the midst of me going to go do that, I find out that I'm like, oh well, here's a quest over here that I can go complete. Oh, here's a puzzle over here I can go and complete. Oh, here's this I can go over there and complete. It's really just like my own game inside of my own game, and it's all gonna be different for everybody to play. That's what I like this game. This game is different for everybody. Yes, it at the end of the day, it's still kind of linear, but it's not at the same time.
I play these games almost the exact same way. I log into Crimson Desert with one goal in mind, and almost every single time it ends up spiraling into something that is just completely different. Yesterday, I logged in just to farm some materials and upgrade my gear. That then turned into me stumbling across some world puzzles and finding a witch that wanted me to go and kill some cultists. Then I ran into a bounty while I was shopping for supplies, and then randomly, I come across this massive white reindeer while I was hunting, only to find out that killing it lets me summon it as a legendary mount. This game is absolutely insane, and this game's closest cousin is one of the most popular and successful games known to man. Like Skyrim, Crimson Desert launched with issues, some weak writing, some parts of the game are definitely rough, but what it offers is incredible. The problem is, almost none of this is reflected in how this industry has chose to talk about it.
Crimson Desert would be my definition of a mediocre video game.
And I don't see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, he's probably one of the people who thought, Concord was a great game. Concord, bro. 2 weeks, bro. It lasted 2 fucking weeks. You telling me Concord? I'm sorry. Concord was a good game? No, bro. Listen, if you just don't like good games, bro, that's why I feel like you're just saying whenever you say something stupid like this, like something moronic, you was like, oh, I think it's a mid game. I'm sorry. If you think this is a mid game, then you must think Black Desert's a mid game. You must think, Black Myth Wukong's a mid game. You must think Arc Raiders is a mid game. You must think anything that comes up that really the East is probably a mid game because it doesn't align with you.
I think it very clearly chases inspirations from everything you'd already know from everything we've talked about. It pales in comparison to all of those games.
Everywhere I look, notable voices in games media, even in game development, were dragging this game's name through the mud. It made players wary, it shaped public opinion, at least initially, and it even sent Pearl Abyss's stock into freefall. What made this all the more frustrating was how obvious this pattern was. Every single one of them were either ignorant to what the world actually offered, they hyper-fixated on the weak narrative, they painted the entire thing as broken and beyond repair, or when they were finally forced to acknowledge this game's success, they would do it in the most backhanded way possible. Games Radar with Crimson Desert is the best-selling new game on Steam after 2 weeks. Its user reviews have jumped up 85% positive as more players have gotten past the week opening. Kotaku went with Crimson Desert has pretty rocks, but after 12 hours of playing it, I don't want to go on. Jason Schreier called it so boring and soulless that I absolutely did not want to play anymore. Feels like
I'm sorry, you know, Jason Schreier also sat there on a fucking story about fucking Blizzard. I'm sorry, you're gonna sit here and talk shit about the game that when you sat there and on a story about Blizzard about the whole sexual sexual thing. Come on, Jason. Come on, Jason. Come on, bro.
to consume content. IGN has probably been.
I love content. That's the whole point of the game. That's why you play video games and you play content.
They spent the entire launch cycle just trying to farm both sides. They keep pushing these contradictory write-ups, like one article saying Crimson Desert has an incredibly designed world that is a joy to explore, but they wish that there was more to find in its beautiful locations. When
they didn't look for nothing. That's the whole problem.
Trying to do so much, does Crimson Desert risk?
Look at it. They're still in the same spot.
So which is it?
Look at this. Look at this. It's literally the same spot. You can see it in the game. Like, you can, IGN, same spot.
Another one is asking, in trying to do...
Boom, same spot, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all ain't doing nothing. There's probably two different games journals.
So much does Crimson Desert risk achieve doing nothing? So which is it? Is it not doing enough or is it doing too much? Then, once the game started selling and the updates started landing fast, once player sentiment started to really improve quite a lot, the narrative started to shift again. Suddenly it became, can Crimson Desert patch its way to a Cyberpunk 2077 style victory? Which is absurd to me, because Cyberpunk 2077 was a genuine launch disaster.
Bro, I don't understand how they could even say Cyberpunk 2077 is the same as fucking Crimson Desert. Crimson Desert launched way better. You could barely even play Cyberpunk. I literally was so mad. I tried to refund it. I couldn't refund it because I played too much of it. I was literally a minute over. And I was so mad. So I've never touched Cyberpunk back again because I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this until after they fixed the entire game. Now it's in a better spot, but you can't say that Cyberpunk 2077 and Crimson Desert are on the same level. Bro, no. Bro, get out of here.
That game was broken, misleading the market. Basically, it was just false advertising. And
exactly.
It took years for these guys to be able to claw their way back. Crimson Desert is not that story. But even then, IGN followed it up with Pearl Abyss has already made significant and meaningful changes to Crimson Desert following a rocky launch, but patches can't fix the game's biggest problem. And what is that fatal flaw? It's the story. That's it.
And see, bro, not everything needs to have a story, bro.
Like something was off. So I went on a bit of an investigation and I checked out a lot of the Metacritic reviews, and where the game is still now sitting at about a 77, it actually came down a little bit as more reviews came in, but the same pattern keeps showing up. The game is good, but the story, the world is impressive,
but the
writing again and again. These outlets treated the one part of the game that I would argue probably matters the least in this kind of experience as the only thing that should define this entire product. It's not about
the story. That's the problem.
Also,
that's the problem. Like, these game journalists are thinking, oh, but the story. The game is not meant for the story. If you play the game, like, seriously play the game, you would understand that the story is just second nature. The game is meant to be an open world that you get to explore, that you can do what you want. That's the problem with these games journalists, is they don't have no fucking imagination. They want a hand-fed narrative to them. That's why they can't go and play Cuphead. You know what I'm saying? That's why they can't play hard stories. Hard games, because the same thing with they did the same thing with Elden Ring, but Elden Ring's now a fucking masterpiece because it won Game of the Year and all that good stuff. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense, because it's not supposed to be a story game. This game was meant to be an MMO, a prequel to an MMO. Let me know when the last time you heard of a good MMO story. Because if you say WoW, when's the last time WoW's really been good?
Doesn't help that IGN under Ziff Davis makes up about 12 of the 100 reviews for the game, essentially an echo chamber with more votes than anybody else. But, now I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend that the story doesn't matter or that story in games doesn't matter. Of course it matters. But in a game like this, story is more like a vehicle. It's just there to push you through the world. It is not the main reason that people are here, and it's definitely not the only thing that's going to carry the experience. So for the narrative to have this kind of outsized impact on how this game was received, I can't help but feel like that this is more than just weak writing, especially when it's coming from a lot of the same outlets that scored Dragon Age the Veilguard like it was the second coming.
Bro, on God, you telling me Dragon Age the Veilguard is a 9, but this game's a 6? This game's mid? Bro, definition of mid. Definition. If you look up mid, you see Dragon Age, cuz.
Bending over backwards to try to save a game like Marathon. One is live service, and the other has writing that sounds like this.
Whatever the reason, we made it through. And this time, no dragon escaped.
Thanks to Tosh.
That's why we recruited her.
Actually, Tosh uses them for themselves now.
Now, I'm also going to say that at some point, this
Straight
criticism
butt
just stopped
cheeks.
being criticism and it started becoming narrative building. I felt this myself after going in, after hearing a lot of people talk long enough about the game. You start going in expecting the worst. That's just how the internet works. You hear mess enough times, you're going to go in expecting a mess. You're going to be ready to see a bad game, and eventually you're going to start seeing problems, even if they're there or not. And that framing started to spread so hard, so fast, that even game developers started parroting it. The head of publishing at Larian Studios chimed in to say that while the game is fun to play, it is a cynical amalgamation of borrowed mechanics, calling it gaming plucked off of a gas station shelf for better or worse, even going as far to say that it needs a Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen moment somewhere down the line. Then we have David Jaffe.
All right, listen. Larian, bro, come on. Are we serious right now, bro? Aren't you the same thing with Baldur's Gate, guys? Aren't you the same thing? Y'all literally ripped off everything from the Chinese RPG. How can y'all sit there and say this to another developer who is trying? That's the problem with these guys are sitting here being at the top of the ladders and pulling them up so other people can't come up. That's ridiculous. Oh, let's get our millions, but we got to pull the ladder up. Bro, are we serious, guys? That's the problem with nowadays. Everybody's like, no, I'm going to get mine and then pull it up.
You chimed in with his own 2 cents, the creator of God of War, who was spiraling over how goblins look in the game, saying that this is some anti-Semitic shit, or at least it feels as such. The nose, the job, the mission name, and gold leaf, may as well just call it Goldberg. Now, both of these feel a lot like...
Bro, seriously? Jaffe, are we serious, Jaffe? Coming from a guy who sat there and was having issues in other games because it wasn't intuitive enough? You need the yellow paint.
Less like criticism and a lot more like the result of dogpiling. People are just absorbing the negativity around the game, a lot of it coming from the press, and they're just projecting that back onto the game. Jaffe, honestly, I think that guy is just losing it. Goldleaf is the name of the trade company, not the character. The character's name is Shaka, but the Crimson Desert being cynical thing, this game is not cynical. If it was, it would be a mile wide and an inch deep. It would have been stuffed with a bunch of shallow mechanics, constant shortcuts, and systems that are designed to waste your time unless you pay to skip them. Something like, oh, I don't know, Assassin's Creed Shadows. This game is messy, it's dense, it's over.
Assassin's Creed Shadow?
A bunch of systems that clearly have a lot of real effort behind them, sometimes honestly to the game's own fault. So when I hear somebody calling it cynical, I'm not hearing somebody talk about some deep truth about this game's design. I'm hearing what happens when a game is getting framed negatively enough, long enough, that people are just going in primed to see the worst version of it. And to me, well, that's where this entire thing starts to get a lot more revealing. Now, this isn't going to be true for every single writer, but I want
most
you guys
writers,
to take
I'm sorry,
notice of
most
something.
writers.
You've noticed over the last couple of weeks, I've been talking about how player sentiment has changed, how the game has improved, how the sales have been going up, but these guys never talk about how their opinions have changed, how permanent their review scores are. Funny how that works in this situation.
Right? Y'all guys, y'all sit there and be like, oh, final. This is final. But I like how it says, like, you always, before they always say something stupid, they're like, "Oh, I'm loving the game, but how come there's always this big ass but?" But did you do that with Concord? No, it was, "Oh, this game was great. Dragon Age of Velgar. Oh, the game was great. 9." They should have had some big ass butts.
Cyberpunk 2077 comparison is what finally sent me. That made me take a step back and go, okay, what's going on here? Because there's
Hey, what up,
clearly
Great Man?
something is wrong. That game was a
I
disaster.
do like big ass
This
butts.
game
I'm sorry, I didn't
is a
even see
game
you
with a
guys on
weak
there.
story that had some clunky controls and some menu problems, stuff that is
I
largely
swear,
already
bro.
been fixed. These things
What's
are
up,
not
boy?
comparative at all. We're talking about a game. Cyberpunk 2077 was effectively a bait and switch on console. It was taken off of store shelves. It was taken off.
Man, I don't know. I like seriously sitting there looking at, like, listening to all these games journals and listening to these outlets. I've really don't understand how they could sit here and say they are needed. Goblins, I remember, bro, the whole Goblins thing. Let me get back to that real quick. The whole Goblins thing, bro, that shit pissed me off because you look at Goblins, they all generally look the same. When I look at Goblins from like what's the show? Goblin Hunter. It looks almost like identical to Shaka 2. So I don't understand how they could sit here and be like, "Oh, goblins, why does the goblin look like this? Why does the goblin look like that?" No. The goblins look damn near the same. Like, if you put them side by side, all goblins have big nose, big ears. Their jawlines are kind of sunken in. So for them to sit here and be like, that's anti, right. For them to sit there and be like, "Oh, that's anti-Semitic," bro, you're just pushing shit out. You're pushing shit out of your ass. And green, right? And green. All of them are green. And then, like, the whole thing where he pointed out, Goldleaf was their whole company. The guy's name was Shaka 2. Did he not, like, understand it? Shaka 2 from the Goldleaf, that's it, literally right there above the name. So I don't understand how he could sit there and be like, "Ah, yeah, the Goldleaf, that's the name, that's his name." So I don't know, man. Like, I played probably about good, 11, 12 hours. Yeah. And like, but bro, we're talking about an Eastern developer. They have no clue what the whole Jew thing is. It is a pretty good pause. They have no clue about, the whole Jew thing and all the whole bad shit. All they care about is making a good game. That's all they care about. So for them to sit here and try to push a narrative saying that, "Oh, well, they're being racist" and all that stuff, I can highly doubt. I can highly say with every fiber of my being, like, they probably have no clue, and they'll tell you, we don't give a fuck. We want you to play the game. That's all we want. That's all we care about. Did you like the game? No. Why? Oh, this, and this. That doesn't have nothing to do with the game. No, you're good. You're good. There's no bans for that. So, but I don't know, man.
Off the PlayStation Store, something that almost never happens. The only redemption story this game needs is being redeemed from these game developers more than anything else. Initially when I first started looking at this, and you guys can even go back and look at my first video, I thought that these guys were just fixated on the game's narrative. And I think that that's probably true for some of the reviewers. You can go back and look at some of their reviews and you can see that. But the continued beatdown and the backhanded commentary is starting to lead me to believe that this is more targeted and a hell of a lot more inauthentic. It's giving me flashbacks of Black Myth Wukong and Stellar Blade, where Well, these guys, it's an industry that's afraid of people that just do not want to play ball. They're afraid of losing their relevance. And these guys have gotten so obvious about it. They've been doing it so often and so blatantly that it's not just me feeling it anymore. No, you now have Korean media that's coming out saying they are sick of these people, these Western media folks, trying to gatekeep them from competition. Now,
I swear, like, oh, I didn't even see that. I swear, like, again, I've been harping on it, like, all the whole video. Explain to me how they gave Dragon Age a 9 and they gave Concord like a 9. But they're sitting there saying Crimson Desert's mid. When you sit here and look at it for real, you can't they can't deny it that it's just all narrative based. It's all about their politics. That's all they care about is their politics. Bro, you failed at being a politician. That's the whole point. Right, like you found out a politician. If you want to be about your politics, you go be a politician or you be something in the politics space. Do not come over to gamers in the gaming space to try to push your own agenda. Bro, we don't care about your agenda. Just go to your own space. Go to your own space. But see, then they're not as popular. That's the problem. Because they realize at the end of the day, they won't make no money because if you don't push what they want, if they don't push their agenda correctly to gamers and all this stuff and all the actual gaming journals, they can't make no money because then they're out here, what's it called? Bro, I can see AI replacing IGN, and I'm not gonna lie. I bet you, even if they do replace them, you won't see very much of change at all. You won't see very much of change at all. All they're gonna do is keep what probably the top 5, and then all they gotta do is just prompt the AI. Oh, this game was this. Add about this politician or politic. Add something about this. This was this sexist or something like that. I can see them doing that. That's all. That's all I can see them doing, and then they push it out. I don't see anybody. I don't see people being reviewed. There's no way that they have like reviewers to review their work, the people's work after they get done writing, to be like, oh well, is this gonna this and that. Actually, probably they do. They probably align with the agenda anyway. So it's like, well, yeah, push it out. It's good. It looks nice.
As many of you guys might know, given the long library of videos that I have on this topic, I have been a massive advocate for Eastern games for as long as I can remember. And anytime I see these games getting mistreated or misrepresented, I'm going to say my piece, because the surge of Eastern games that we've seen over the past couple of years has honestly been one of the most valuable shifts in the entire industry, especially now that more of these studios are stepping into AA and AAA spaces where that competition is desperately needed right now. We have seen multiple Eastern studios, many of these guys coming from gacha and live service backgrounds, switching gears to make these self-contained, full-priced games with little to no baggage at all. And that's just not something that you would normally expect.
And that's wild. Like, to really sit here and think about that, they literally are switching from gacha games. Gacha games, like, they have their gacha games, don't get me wrong, they still got their gacha games, but they're switching to gacha games and still making great games. And like, I'm not even gonna say, there's some gacha games that are very, very good. Like, I played a lot of Honkai Star Rail. I played a lot of Genshin Impact. And they were very good games with very good stories. So I don't understand how they could sit here and these Eastern guys are making good gacha games and good other games, but meanwhile our Western studios can't make a game worth their ass. When's the last real good Western game been put out? The only thing I can think of is, Elden Ring. That's the last real good Western game that's been put out. And they're really not even that Western.
Years ago, we had Cygames, a studio historically known for gacha that put out Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. We had Shift Up, the makers of Nikke, which is basically the exact same thing. They made Stellar Blade. That's two studios with roots in some of the most cynical corners of the industry that ended up making great games and supported those things aggressively with free content, updates, and events, and sold those games at a fair price. And now we
My
are seeing the
cat's
exact
inside my
same thing
closet.
happen with Pearl Abyss, the makers of Black Desert, pouring everything they have into Crimson Desert, taking risks, and supporting the game like it's an MMO. I think for a lot of players that a lot of these games have come to represent a true return to form for the games industry. See how I'm stealing their language now? I really have become the games journalist. This is what real competition looks like. These studios do not have the time or the room to be able to screw around, so they just pay attention to what players actually want, and they just try to make the best game they can to get their attention. And in practice, that means ignoring a lot of what has become standard in the Western games industry. It means just ignoring trends and just trying to make a game.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was a games journalist or in the gaming industry making games, I would ignore everything that's coming out of the West. I would look more towards the East. Oh, these guys made this. Maybe I should actually, go ahead and look into making something that's kind of like that. Take inspiration from Crimson Desert. Take inspiration from Stellar Blade or something like that. Because those games has been selling like crazy, like hotcakes. Like I said, when's the last time something really good has came out of the West?
It means obsessing over the gameplay instead of the messaging. It means narrowing your audience instead of trying to flatten everything out so you can make a game for everyone. And more than anything, it means openly targeting men as your core demographic. And in doing that, these guys have painted a target on their back, a target that the East can very clearly see, and they've started to notice. In an article from Global E, a South Korean publication translated by Google, titled "The Paradox of Crimson Desert: What Would Have Been If It Were American," Kim Dong-hyun writes, "What if the start screen of Crimson Desert had featured the logo of Naughty Dog or Ubisoft instead of Pearl Abyss? North American media likely would pay tribute, calling it a revolutionary evolution that changed the paradigm of open-world action-adventure games. However, the evaluation of this Korean AAA blockbuster, which sold 4 million copies in just 12 days, remains harsh." Even the developers have joined in on the criticism, labeling it a patchwork game. But this is not merely the venom of an individual. It is the expression of a collective rejection towards an outsider who threatens the hierarchy of the console market, which has been monopolized by the West. Double standards are nothing new. When NeoWiz's Lies of P was released, foreign media mentioned From Software's Bloodborne and labeled it a copycat. Those who praised Western developers for genre succession when releasing Souls-like games applied a particularly strict standard of lack of originality to Korean games.
Bro, and I remember when Lies of P came out, I have a homeboy, Rico. My man loves that game. I mean, absolutely adores it. I'm not big on it because I thought it was more difficult than the original. Come to find out, it really actually was with the AI and stuff like that. But I didn't mind it. The game was very good, very gorgeous, looks very good, very good. And I swear that game, it was it's a copycat of this, copycat of that, copycat of this, copycat of that. Oh, it's not that great because it was a copycat. Bro, let the game be on its own merit. You could say, oh, it was inspired by, but you don't need to be like, oh, it's just a copycat of this game. So therefore, I'm going to compare it to this game, and because it's from the West, because the game was from the West, was this game, this was the definitive standard. No, bro. I'm sorry. You cannot claim these games to be greatness just off because it was from the West. I'm sorry. Especially with how we're coming out nowadays, bro, the West has not been great. So in order for y'all to sit here and claim that, y'all need to start getting back to these games where it used to be actually we used to be good.
Shift Up also had issues with character appearances rather than the gameplay, attempting to judge the work using Western-centric political correctness standards. The contradictions of the Western world become clearer when the perspective shifts to domestic games, unlike Mitt Rocket's Dave the Diver, which was embroiled in controversy regarding its indie status due to the investment capital from large corporations. They defended the success of Claire Expedition 33, which had similar conditions. It's as if those who remain silent about the numerous games disguised as indies supported by major Western publishers are drawing a line by specifically bringing up the definition of indie in the face of global successes of Korean games. Even Marathon, which faced a barrage of harsh criticism from users, famous Western media outlets gave it high marks, calling it a game that overcame strange prejudices. The game's Metacritic user rating is a 5.8 out of 10. It seems like the contradictory attitude of dismissing Korean games as commercialism when they secure excellent graphics and disparage them as unfriendly anomalies when they show originality does not apply to domestic games. Ultimately, the mockery directed at Crimson Desert is another name for cultural fear of a small Eastern country that has perfectly absorbed their own grammar and is now showing a performance beyond it. This dude is so good. Market indicators do not lie. The choice of 4 million players is far more honest than the narrow-minded pens of critics. The Korean games industry is now past the stage of clinging to Western recognition and stands the proof of time where it must overwhelm even their prejudices with its own merit. We got Google over here translating Shakespeare for us. I think this guy is completely right, and it's not because
Google out here
every
doing
single
that good
Western
shit.
reviewer is sitting in some back room somewhere trying to plot against Eastern games, but there is clearly a standard that is changing depending on who made the game and who that game is made for. If all we did was just change the name of the studio to Bethesda and threw in some HR-approved characters with a few cutscenes on identity politics, well, then this game would have been Game of the Year for these people right out of the gate.
On God, they would have said, "Oh, this would have been the best game of all time." They would have said, "Oh, this is the best game of all time" immediately, because again, the West thinks that they're the best, that they shit don't stink. I'm sorry, last time I checked, your shit's ass. Your shit stinks.
Or trying to dance around. Western games media has a very obvious bias. They want certain design values, certain aesthetics, certain kinds of writing. They want certain kinds of politics and certain kinds of audiences. And when a game shows up that's outside of that framework, especially if it's from the East, they suddenly get a lot less generous. I want to remind people that these are the same guys that gave Starfield 80 or higher, called Dragon Age the Veilguard a return to form, and thought Avowed was headed in the right direction. While I know that there's been a lot of criticism around this game's story, this was definitely a game that was just made for dudes. There are very few female characters in this game. It has cursing like every 5 seconds. The entire game is essentially just a show of masculinity. And while that doesn't necessarily mean that this game can only be played by men, it's obvious who their target audience was, and the games industry historically has taken a lot of issue with that. I think this is why this keeps happening. I mean, we get a Western game that borrows from 10 other games, and they're going to call that a love letter. We get a Korean game that does the exact same thing, and suddenly it's a cynical copy. We saw the exact same thing happen with Stellar Blade and Black Myth Wukong. Stellar Blade, because of how attractive Eve and other characters were, but they
straight 9 out of 10 baddie. 10 out of 10 baddie.
Blanketed that criticism in how the game was trying to be Nier Automata but couldn't come close. While they did not destroy the game entirely in its reviews, they made up for it with the rhetoric around it. Same thing they did with Black Myth Wukong. They called it a Souls-like ripping off of Elden Ring before the game even came out, absolutely annihilating the game past its release with criticisms over lack of women, diversity, and an entirely fabricated story about the studio suffering from sexism. They will go and they'll hide behind the review.
I know. I really need to play it. I've seen nothing but good. I'm about to buy it on probably in a couple of weeks. You know, I got bills and stuff first, but I've heard nothing but good about Stellar Blade.
Scores saying, look, we didn't give it a bad review, but that number matters a lot less when the framing that they're trying to push is so blatant.
Black Myth Wukong, I'm so mad that it did not get Game of the Year that year. I'm like, there's no way that Black Myth shouldn't have got Game of the Year.
Around a lot of these games. And I think that's what makes this also frustrating, because once you start noticing the pattern, you cannot unsee it. You start noticing how often these critics are not actually evaluating the experience that is right in front of them, the game that's right in front of them, but instead what that game represents to them culturally, whether it's fitting their taste, whether it's fitting their politics. And If it doesn't, well, then they become way harsher, way more suspicious, and they're way more willing to dismiss the audience that clearly sees value in it. Honestly, I think all this just boils down to how threatened Western games media and even game developers are of the East. These guys look to unravel the groundwork that they've been laying down for years now, all the messaging that they've been doing for years. They are seeing themselves constantly losing ground, watching as these new and emerging studios are coming out and they're putting together high-quality games for far less money, not leaning on monetization, releasing these games that are self-contained experiences at a fair price, focusing on men as the primary audience, and largely, when they can, ignoring Western media and cutting them out entirely. I think back to when IGN had the allegations against Black Myth Wukong, and I can't help but think that Western outlets were threatened by how irrelevant they are when the studio's developers simply said that they had no comment on the allegations that they made up and ignored them.
Bro, I thought that was the most funniest shit ever when they said, yeah, we don't know what you're talking about, and we're done talking now. Thank you. Like, I thought that was the most G-ish shit I ever heard. They're like, bro, we don't want nothing to do with this. This is, obviously, you're just trying to sit here and talk shit about us. We're just gonna let you just be. Just go ahead and be by yourself, bro.
I think that's why that line from the writer about fear really hits hard for me, because I do think that there is some kind of cultural fear here. Not fear in like a melodramatic sense, but fear in losing control over taste, legitimacy, the critical authority that these guys have enjoyed for probably far too long, fear of succeeding without their approval, fear of players rallying around something that they flat out do not respect. And when these Eastern developers keep showing up with games that players clearly love, despite the baggage, the mockery, and the double standards, all of this stuff becomes a lot harder to ignore. Again, I want to reiterate, this is not every writer or every publication, but it does feel like there is this strong exclusion of these Eastern titles that keep coming out that are coming under harsh criticism for not living up to these standards, not living up to the ideals of a lot of these critics. And maybe it's just colonizers just can't stop colonizing. They need their values to show up and...
Colonizers can't stop colonizing. I'm gonna have to use that as a tag. Talk about, yo, I come in here, colonizer.
Places that their values do not belong. But either way, maybe some of this is conscious, maybe some of it's not, maybe some of it's hard programming. Just can't help it. It's involuntary. But either way, it really doesn't matter, because the more it continues to show up, the worse it's going to get for a lot of these guys. I mean, what does it say when you are constantly at war with your own audience, when they are rooting for your failure? How relevant can you be? How successful can you be when you continue to find yourself on the wrong side of these games, so culturally disconnected that you just don't see the same value as the audience? You know, especially now when it's getting to the point where you have Eastern outlets that are calling you out, feeling like they are being targeted.
Because they are being targeted. I'm not gonna lie, they are being targeted. The West is seeing them. They're starting to become more influential, and the West is really lacking down. I'm sorry, it's not starting. It's really lacking down. That's all it is. The East is starting to be like, all right, we're making better games because you guys obviously can't sit there and listen to your people, so we'll take care of them. Thank you.
Thing to do with you. While these guys can sit around, they can kick and scream all they want, they can post clickbait or whatever else, you're eventually just going to get to the point where everybody just tunes you out. And if these Eastern studios catch wind of this, they continue to notice this, they continue to find more success and keep pushing out games at an ever increasing rate, well, next thing you know, you're just going to lose your access. And without access, what are you?
Exactly. You're failed politicians. That's what you guys are. You're failed media critics. That's what you guys are.
Not a whole lot. At this point, Crimson Desert is just a banger. It's just a good game.
Straight
not really
gas.
A whole lot else to say about it.
100% recommend.
And the developers are the ones that really deserve all the credit in this situation, because one, the players were there and they stuck with it. They continued to support the game regardless of whatever the media had said or what anybody else said. They saw the value in this game, and then developers, they just tuned everybody out. All the chaos that they were going through, their stock prices, the reviews, whatever else, and they just focused on making the game better. And because of that, they just found more success. There's a lot to be proud of in that. these guys stayed committed to pushing that rock over the hill while the rest of the industry was more than happy enough to watch it roll off the other side.
Exactly. That's a hell of a
Glad
good.
to see it succeed,
That's a good
especially in the face of
analyzation.
all of this.
Anyway,
Let me know what
a
you guys
good
think about
anni-
this. I think it's
Fuck it.
I think
Y'all know
it's
what I meant.
interesting. It's interesting to see somebody finally speak out, especially from the other side. This is something that I thought that I have noticed. Now that I'm seeing that they're noticing it too, that's not good for some of these guys. I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, stay cool, stay righteous, stay safe. Make sure you guys. What am I doing? Way too quickly. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends. Stay cool, stay righteous, stay safe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
That's Legendary Drops, guys. Again. 100% agree with everything he said. I cannot believe these guys are literally sitting here trying to say that this game is mid when, again, they say Concord, Dragon Age, Assassin's Creed is greatness. I've never once sat here and thought these guys were good. These guys literally need to do something with themselves. You obviously have no real connection to the games. You guys literally sat there and all you guys do is just talk shit about real good actual games. Again, this is Legendary Drops. I love watching his videos. Very good guy, very, very informational guy. Definitely, if you can, go give him a follow and all that stuff. Go give him a likes. His no yellow paint, you're right. No yellow paint, no sidekicks. Tell him what to do. Bro, I swear, I just don't understand how they could sit there and say that the West has been a leader when the last 10 years they haven't been a leader. I'm sorry, the last 10 years they have not been a leader. So I don't know. You sit here and say that your games are the top rated, top this and that and this and that, but you don't listen to your own people. Anyway, this is gonna go up on the YouTube channel, so definitely check it out. Crazy Yink. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna go ahead and get into gameplay. I'm gonna go play some Arc Raiders. But I wish that, I just wish that games would more followed of the Eastern tiles. I wish that games would be like actual, like, gamers know what the hell they're doing. Because most people who play video games, they've been around for a while. The average age is like 35 of a gamer. We've been around for a while. We know what we're doing. We played video games for most of our entire lives. So we're gonna jump into some Arc Raiders. I do like that this little whole thing right here. Got my new fit on. Nothing in there. Everything in here. Oh, why is my frame so low? Why my frame so low? There you go. That's better. All right, let me make sure all this is good. I'm gonna run into practice range real quick and see. Oh, my head itch. Ugh. Oh, Jesus. What is going on here? Test, test, test. Test, test, test. I see my mic pushing up, but I don't see it move. So I'm hoping... audio. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Delete. Ooh, Jesus, why is it looking? There you go. Did they add some? Did they add some? I feel like they added some aim assist. They did add some aim assist. Look at that. Look at that. If you see that. They added some aim assist to PC. Like, what the heck is this? I never knew that. Alright. Yo, I want to go back to Esperanza. How do I go back to Esperanza again? All right. What do I start off by doing? There's quite a bit of stuff. Yeah. Should I do some what's it
Don't
called?
forget to check in on the radio equipment the next time you stop by Buried City.
Where's the old red tower? Looking broke. All right. I'm gonna do some easy work, some easy slight, like little quests. That's what I'm gonna do.
Our solar panels are useless without the substations. The reserve jet.
I'm sure Bilgoon is fine.
The scout team's trail starts at one of the depots east.
I think that's so
For
dumb.
Dodger to disappear on me like that, either he's dead
I
or
definitely
he's
need to
dodging
do
me,
this too.
which would be a poor life choice.
I'd be a lot more into stargazing if it'd get me some solid, verified.
What was it? Oh, Raider. Oh, too late. I don't know. I might play some Crimson Desert tomorrow. But I think I am going to stream tomorrow, so hopefully. I gotta stream for my wife tomorrow for a little bit for her jewelry. Speaking of which, if you guys want to buy some jewelry, my wife, she streams on TikTok. Her name is The Glittering Peacock. She does Bomb Party. She sells jewelry online. Very, very good. Very, very cool. What am I doing?
Shawnee speaking. The Red Tower hideout is in the Old Town. I'll let you guess the color. See if you can figure out what's wrong with the radio equipment.
Yo, yo, yo. Why is my mic not moving, actually?
Don't shoot!
My mic's not working. Can you hear me? I don't know what's going on with my mic. Hello? Hello? Why is this? Always does this. I'm about to figure that out. I can't speak. Why is my... There it goes. Oh, Jesus. Why does it seem like... Where's my shoulder swapping ability? Did my shoulder swapping ability get changed? Yeah, it did. Well, that was weird. I don't understand why my what's it called got switched. Okay, I'm looking for. Oh, I'm looking for loots. Batteries. I'll take that. Some rope. Yo, 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 yo. Seriously? This. All this stuff got hit, but they forgot to hit the what's it called? Arpeggio, huh? I can break it down. Oh yeah, I gotta figure out. Okay, so I found the spot. Got that. I'm gonna have to figure that out. What are you? Oh. Oh, I forgot about this one, dude. Ooh, I got a Buried City Resident Master Key, huh? Where's that at? Alright, I need to find, where's it? I wish I would immediately go, whatever when I'm at top, I get to find the mystery battery cell, reboot. You go away. There's a battery cell over here, isn't there? But that's not the battery cell. Is this it? No. I don't want to look it up, but at the same time, I might have to. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to look it up.
We'll come back in short Raiders.
Yo. Trying to get this quest done. I'm trying to get this quest done. Yeah, it's already been hitting here.
Interact with whichever version spawn power on for the generator. If you now turn around and look up in the air and look straight west, you're going to see a house. There's a staircase. You take that up to the top floor inside this building. Then there's a zip line off down to the lower roof beneath it. You can climb up on that you can interact with.
Oh, sorry. Yo, seriously, dude? I got you. This dude's being a rat down here. Yo, he's in this corner over here. I'm friendly, but this guy over here is not. No, this guy over here is not. I got his ass. Next time, try to not kill somebody when they're trying to extract. Why are you shooting me?
You're behind, kid.
Are you seriously gonna shoot me? Wow. After I spared you. You see what I gotta deal with, chat? I should have just killed him. Talking about friendly. That's why I got my key in my butt cheeks. That's fine. I just lost all that progress though. That's what I'm mad about. See, I'm really finna be just on a shoot on sight, bro. I'm tired of motherfuckers sitting there like, oh, I'm friendly, and then just, I'm not friendly.
Not the best time. I'd be a lot more into stargazing if it had you've had.
Cutscene.
I know that look. You've done it.
Take that. All right.
Our solar panels are useless.
Oh, I gotta kill a. Ooh, I got a Tempest
up there.
Or a volcano.
Nobody to challenge their claim. It used to be madness to take on a leaper head on, but now I think we might just have.
All right. Here's loot. It's light shield. Give me that. You know what? No, I'm gonna free kit. Can I do a free kit to Stella?
I'm sure Bill.
I'm probably gonna do a free kit to Stella Montez.
For Dodger to disappear on me like that, either he's dead or he's dodging me, which would be a poor life choice.
I'm gonna play with these games. Just know what it's some of the same. I still can't believe he sat there and watched me kill him, and then was like, all right, now I no longer need to be friendly. And then called me Buns after you sat there and ambushed me. I think it's real funny that people be like, oh, you're Buns after you ambushed them. They won't fight you straight up. All right. Let's hope it's a little better.
This is Celeste speaking. I remember Bill Goon mentioning a hideout over by the highway once. Look for a place with a view.
Look for a place with a view, huh? Dang. 2 people died over there. Pharaoh. Anything in here? Nope. There's 2 over here. I'm gonna get that guy if I ever catch him again. He's dead meat. I don't want that. Some light. Gunsmith light. Some of that. What are you doing right here? You just unopened. At the best. Time to go. Another Tempest? Shoot, I might have to just leave.
Head home at the Cliffside Air Shaft.
I think I'm about to just leave. Oh no, I'm a fatty. It's a Rocketeer. No, 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 no.
En route. The safe window is closing. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat, 10 minutes.
God, these guys were goat. Seriously? Yo, seriously? Bro, seriously, dude? You could have had loot with me. Of course, bro. Pussy ass dudes. Thank you, Great Bear. Thank you. Man. Two temp. I should have. The question is how I didn't hear him even creep up. There's just there was no indications that I heard nothing. Oh, it's annoying when I don't hear anything. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna kill you now. Oh man. Oh man. People play like such pussies. Lovely. Oh no, I gotta change this damn gun. I cannot deal with this Rattler.
Tianwen here. Dodger's stash is deep in the traffic tunnels. It should be marked with his insignia. Look for 2 squares.
Need these arc circuitries real quick. I play against pussies. Lovely. All right, man. Where's it at in the tunnels? That's the question. No, did he just die? I'm looking back there. Let's left him alone.
You heading out? Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go get the hatch. Oh, sweet. I'll go with you. Oh, whoa. There's a guy here. You friendly? Friendly.
Oh,
Alright. We're gonna go hit hatch if you want to tag along.
Good.
Yo.
I'm doing a quest. Oh,
Yo, careful. Hey, do you know where the guy in the tunnels be at? That quest?
Yeah, I'm trying to do it right now, actually.
That's the same one I'm trying to do. Can we do it together?
Yeah, it says, set the goal left.
Alright, bet.
I just don't know how far left.
Well, I swear I felt like I was all the way in the back over there, like where it looks like they would have like a spawn at, but nothing popped up.
I think it's under this tarp here.
Yeah, I just was over here and nothing popped up.
Here, this thing.
Oh, it's this thing. Oh, I gotta wait for you to do it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh shit, what the f... I think that's part of the quest.
Oh!
Now we gotta go to Poker's.
Alright, change of plans.
Oh shit, shut it.
Oh, the antenna of the mountain. That's where he ran his deals. If he left anything behind, it's there.
There's a there's a flame mode. Careful, the shredder's now looking at us. I got a snap blast I can throw at it.
I don't know if that's gonna be a good idea. Oh,
Get up on this thing! Run! Oh, I missed. It's coming after you. It's on fire. Nice. Well, do you need that gyro?
I don't know. Maybe.
You get the new shotgun if you get those.
I have one of those, the Lumber Road or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found one on a while, like the raid.
Nice.
Yeah, so now we gotta go to Peak, Pilgrim's Peak.
Alright.
Go to the Pilgrim's Peak.
I'm following you. Gotcha.
I think we can go this way.
Yeah, we can go up this way. You alright over there? Over here, over here, over here. You take this over here. Careful, the Rocketeer's over there on the left. I swear, I hate the Rattlers so much. Nope. Ah. There we go.
There's a player up here.
Yeah, I hear him. I hear him. Okay, what are we looking for?
Take the zip line up. There's a bag upstairs somewhere.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, one floor down, one floor down.
Oh.
Right here. On the right.
Back. Gotta wait for you.
It's a loop node. And then we extract, I think.
All right.
There's an air shaft here.
Yep.
Air shaft.
Heading to the air shaft. Oh, I think we went too far. Careful, snitch. Oh, somebody just shot it.
I'm not bothering you guys. I'm just trying to get some.
Oh, it's all good. Thanks, man.
No, you're good. We're trying to get done with this quest as well.
What's up?
Yo.
Not much. Just running around as a naked arc raider.
Sexy. I love naked arc raiders.
I literally have nothing on me, bro. I came in for a quest. I got like 2 items on me. I don't even have a shield. No guns, no nothing.
Oh, you out here doing it real type shit.
I killed this leaper earlier in the match.
I know.
Who does it have?
Was that the one that was over there stuck at the extract, just kind of glitched there?
I don't know.
Yeah, he was glitched on the extract, just down there on the bottom of the hill. He was kind of like stuck underneath the metal pipes over there.
Do you guys, any of you guys need a pulse unit?
I do. I do for quest.
Okay, I'll drop it.
Oh my bad. Thank you, man.
I'm probably gonna die doing this, but that's okay. beat my ass.
Eventually they are. I'm out of ammo. And my rattler. Alright. Oh shit, we done pissed off a lot of things. We done pissed off a lot of things. I'm pushing the button.
The safe window is closing. You have 10 minutes to return to Speranza. I repeat, 10 minutes.
Get off of me.
Here you go, dude.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Did you know if you stand right here, yo, if you come here, if you stand right here when it opens, you fall straight to the very, very bottom where the computers are?
Swear.
Swear, watch, do it.
Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it.
Comet, over there.
Why you go after me? I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Try it, stand right on the rope, right on the rope. You'll land literally right at the bottom. It's the quickest way.
Don't do it, he's gonna kill you.
No, I'm not, bro. I got nothing on me, bro. Look, I'll literally drop everything I got nothing.
You guys take a sit down?
Oh yeah. Oh nice.
Yeah. Yo, you're getting a Bugatti.
Hey, that's fine by me. Love all these men around me. GG's. I got Killer Leaper. Where can I find a Leaper?
You have that look. Either something sold something he didn't have. Lucky for you, Dodger's debt can still be settled. Bring me a bastion. You know what a bastion is and what it does. Just
I gotta kill a Bastion too?
Start. Still nothing. Still nothing.
Go back to my guns. I am getting rid of the worst gun in the game. Sell it. Alright. Workshop. Scrap it. Do I have anything to feed you? I don't. Probably Blue Gate's the best way to find a Leaper. Yeah, Blue Gate. We'll go Blue Gate. Weapons. I got me a Volcano one. Let's do this. Let's see. Gear bench. Can I make a looting cage? Yeah, I can. Let's make. I shouldn't have made that. I should have made it two. I'm gonna make one of these and one of these. We can go. Oh man! All right. Throw one of these in here since I'm now going. Oh wait. Meds. I need to make these guys. I am going to go ahead and raid out, guys. I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks, guys, for watching my little ramble on in this morning. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Go remember follow the YouTube channel, Crazy King. Do all that likes. We're gonna start getting the TikTok going on. We're gonna start trying to get this all good and stuff. All right, my man. We're gonna start following the dream because I keep pushing my son. Time to push myself. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out. Let's go see. Let's go find somebody to raid out. Let's go find somebody to raid out. We're going to go raid out. Go raid out, Mash Machine. So we're gonna raid with Mash Machine.
I see there, Raptor. I see. Rotate. What is it?
We're gonna raid the Mash Machine. Raid. Thank y'all for hanging out so much.